Alright guys, so today I'm going to be doing a harness bar and harness install. My harness bar just came in. I ordered the Boss Frog harness bar. To start off, I already pretty much got it started, but I'm going to show you guys, I guess. I'm on the wrong side of the car. Okay. To start off, you're gonna have to remove this piece right here. This is the thing that holds the seatbelt. This is the I want to say seatbelt post, but the plastic trim around it. You're gonna want to take that off because some things say you can do a cut that matches the shape of the harness bar, but I just find it easier and more race car looking if you take it off. So I have both mine off already because I got that started. And to get them off, you're also gonna have to remove this door trim and also a couple of these screws, because you're gonna have to lift this to get the door trim off because the trim goes all the way down the inside here. So after you get the plastic trim on, which is done by undoing this bolt and this plastic piece, and then I believe there's like, oh, this right here, this bolt. So there's like 3 of them. And after you get those out, you're gonna take out the long seat post bolt. I'm gonna use these for mounting the harness bar because the ones that they gave me are really short and I want the most bite from it for safety reasons. So I'm going with the OEM bolt because it's longer than the ones they gave me. So basically, here's how the harness bar is gonna sit. And this is the bolt that's gonna go through here and into the tower. But first, you want to use the OEM washers to give it space so it's not putting extra stress on the bolt. They're gonna go kind of like that. But of course, like, some are gonna be underneath the harness bar, and I think one of these smaller ones, because they're different heights, I think one of the smaller ones is gonna be for in here. So yeah, let me get one on and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so to thread it all the way down, it's not threaded all the way down yet. I left a little bit of space so that I could kind of show you. You're gonna want to leave wiggle room when you're installing one side because you're gonna have to adjust the other side in case it doesn't quite match up. But I used one of the tall OEM washers. I don't know what you want to call these. There's 3 of them. 2 are this size and 1 is a little longer. And then there's an actual washer that's kind of like this thickness. And I used 1 washer at the very bottom. Then I used the tall one of these, and then I put the short one last, like this, so that it doesn't like try to pull the bolt through. See, it's like right here, so it doesn't try to pull the bolt through even though it has a flat piece, just for extra safety. So I did it to both sides now, and it's still loose, so I've got to fully tighten it down, and then I'll explain the harness from there. So I got it torqued down. They didn't put specs in the instructions, and well, it doesn't really matter because my Torx wrench is broke, so, but it's super sturdy. I mean, it's not wiggling anymore, and it's definitely sturdy. So next I'm going to show you how to wrap a harness. Sorry, this is like the worst angle, but it's like the best I could possibly give you. So what you want to do is make sure that it's curved up. if you have a curved one. Some people just have flat ones. And this way is the front of my car, that way is the back of my car. So just to kind of put it in perspective. So you're gonna go up through the back and down the front. So to kind of show you a little bit, like that, up through this, back down through that, okay? And then you're gonna wrap it around your harness bar. Then you're gonna take it and put it back through that second hump that it went through. Put it down. Then so I put it up through the back one, and I'm gonna put it back down through the front one. And I'll show you what that looks like in a second. So this is pretty much what I did. I went up through here, down there, around the harness bar, back up here, and through here. So it came out of here and through here. And here's where I'm at. And what you have to do after this pretty much locks it into place. But you're gonna take this and put it back through here. And then it's gonna go back that way. And that locks it into place. So I'm gonna do that really quick. So now I went through here and into here. Like from around the bottom and into here. And that is locked in place. Then you just repeat it for the other harness. So basically this is the final result, and I roll up the remainder of the harness, and then I zip tie it just to kind of make it neater, because sometimes when you drive and you have like a lot of leftover, it'll like flick around in the car. I showed you how to install a harness bar, sort of. It's more like a summarized version, and I did my best to showing you how to put together your harness. And afterwards, let me find a place to put this. Afterwards, oh my gosh, it's way tight. That's what she said. After it's all put together and tightened, oh jeez, you've got your harness and your harness bar, and it's all together. I did this with stock seats, and it kind of does that. It's not the best to do with stock seats because bucket seats have the actual holes like right here that feed the harness through, so it lays on your shoulders flat. This is kind of like on the edge of my shoulders. Like, I'm pretty secure in here, and I mean, I feel pretty secure. I'm like definitely in this harness, but just for safety reasons you want to do this with actual bucket seats. But this was just a tutorial for how to do the harness bar and how to do the harness and wrap the harness. Oh, and I forgot to show you, I showed you how to wrap the harness, but I forgot to show you where to mount the harness. But it's pretty self-explanatory. These go behind you, obviously. I showed you how to do that. And for the waist parts, they link to where the bottom of your seatbelt links and where your old seatbelt buckle links at, the female end of the buckle. So You want to use the OEM bolts because they just fit better than the bolts that they give. I got this harness from a friend, so I had to use my bolts because his bolts were from his car, and he's gonna get a different harness, so he was gonna need his bolts. But yeah, this is pretty much how to do the harness and harness bar on a 1993 Mazda Miata NA. Yours might be different, but same rule will apply for wrapping the harness around a harness bar. Still the same technique and everything. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm trying to keep up with videos, but I have a lot of things going on right now. A lot of homework and tests to study for,